Coach Shep had a very fiery press conference. That's typical of him.
Yeah.
What message has he said to the defense this week that has stuck with you the most?
Yeah, it's on brand for Shep, and that's just how we operate, so we love it. But yeah, obviously there's a standard to be had on our defense, and just from last week, there are plays that were the standard, a lot of plays that were the standard, and a few that weren't. So just get those few that weren't up to the standard, and we should be good to go going forward.
You talk about the few, that if you take those plays out, this is a different ball game. That means you're looking at some positives. Why is it okay to take some positives out of that week 1 loss?
Yeah, even though it's not, I think there are some positives to take out of, and they're learning lessons, right? And we have players that, are still learning and growing and developing, and, those are the mistakes that, it burns you one time, you touch the stove, and you realize it's hot, and you won't do it again. So, even as an older player, that still happens to me sometimes. So, there are positives to take from the game, but even though it happened, we lost and we got beat and we gave up points, we can still take the positive from the game.
How do you approach losses differently now, just given the track record of this team and where this team has been?
Yeah, and we've been together for a while now, and I think that, every team's new and every team has new players and, different add-ins and subtractions, and every year is different. So you can't necessarily say, because we did this in the past, this is what it's going to be like in the future, but you can rely on that experience and put it towards the future. So there's give and take in that regard, and I think that we have a lot of football left, and we're looking forward to it.
After Green Bay, Jared Goff preached that there will be urgency, at least on his side of the ball.
Yeah.
Has that infiltrated the defensive side of the ball too?
Yeah, no doubt. I think that, those plays that happen, the handful of plays that happen that bit us in the butt is not okay, and it's addressed, and there's urgency to correct it, and I'm excited going forward.
What makes you most excited, especially going to get up against Chicago, another NFC North opponent, in week 2?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's, you get 2 divisional games back to back. Home opener, I'm excited to get back in front of the fans, especially as a defense, just playing with that energy and that excitement and that crowd noise. It's nothing like it. So I'm excited in that regard, and we know what's at stake, and we know who's coming into town, and I'm excited to see it.
Offensive coordinator Johnny Moe said that the infectious leaders who bring up the attitudes on offense are Jared Goff, Amon-Ra, Penei Sewell. No shocker there. Who is that on the defensive side of the ball, especially during a tougher week or a bounce-back week?
One person that kind of doesn't get a lot of leadership credit is DJ Reader, and I think that he kind of always brings that positive mindset, positive attitude, and that next play mentality that he has the experience. He's in year 10, so he's older. He's my OG. So anyways, yeah, he's one guy that definitely I think of when things are going wrong. I look at him, and he has that calming presence about him that he doesn't get enough credit for.
Are they inspirational texts in the group
No,
chat?
I think that he just has that calming presence about him that when things are going, people are screaming, and he's the kind of we're good, and I feel like I'm like that too, but he's a guy that kind of comes to mind in that regard.